Changemakers, Changemakers, welcome to your next best phase. I am so glad that you're here today. We are in the beautiful Miami, Florida right now, and we are going to talk about the difference between a side hustle and a legacy corporation. This course distinguishes between side hustles and legacy corporations. You will learn how to vet your clients, you will learn how to recognize your ideal clients, and understand the difference and the needs between a side hustle and a legacy corporation. By the end of this course, you will be crystal clear on habits to create success and also navigate how to interact with these types of clients when you introduce yourself in the DM. So by now, you probably introduced yourself and you haven't really gotten a lot of leeway when it comes to understanding what a side hustle is and a legacy corporation. So after your message of welcoming, you're going to then ask them, is this a side hustle or is this a legacy corporation? Now, I don't know about you, but a lot of times in my experiences, along with my clients, they always get that side hustle answer. So what does that mean? Should you not pursue them? Well, this is exactly what it means. It means that there are limitations within this person right now that they are not confident in calling this a legacy corporation. They may have a 9 to 5, they may have a job, they may have other responsibilities, priorities in their life. And this is something that helps them escape from that, or maybe feel like they're escaping from that. Because ultimately, when you have a side hustle, you are literally adding on more work, which is why it's called a side hustle. The definition of hustling is really just putting yourself through this loop of go, 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 go. Now, there are a lot of successful side hustles, but that's one I wouldn't call the side hustle, and I would call it a business. A side hustle is something that someone starts when they are not 100% all in yet, when they don't really know if this is something they actually want to pursue long term, which is why we want to be extremely understanding of where our clients are, of where our pre-clients are or warm clients are before actually pursuing the phone call or introducing them to any services or offers that you have. Let's get into the side hustle. You probably have your book right now, take that out. Before we start, this is what we're going to know, who this is for. And if this is for you, then let's proceed. So a side hustle versus a legacy corporation. So a side hustle is temporary, it lacks vision, purpose, values, and a clear message. Requires convincing to overcome limiting beliefs. People with side hustles, you have to convince them that they need this service or offer or product for their business to actually start thriving. So someone who has a side of hustle often is driven by short-term goals and immediate gains, which means they are not an actual business yet. They are not putting themselves in a position of lucrative success. Instead, it's more of a limitations timeline that they're on, and they are very prone to watching how much numbers they invest in a business or their hustle before actually feeling confident in getting to a place of success. They will have second guesses like, oh, well, that costs too much. I just bought a course. I don't need that. Oh, I'm already going through this. I don't need that. Or they'll say, you know what? I'll buy it. But the majority of them don't even have the time to pursue these things because of their busy schedule, which is why it's a side hustle. So they'll be hustling all the time to keep up with the demands of the vision that they have. Now let's talk about a legacy corporation. Now, legacy corporation is my favorite. It's a long-term commitment that creates a new lifestyle and embodying success. It's dedicated and seeks solutions rather than needing convincing. Someone with a legacy corporation is looking and actively seeking people who can plug themselves into solutions and results in their business. So, for example, if you know that this person's a legacy corporation, they are more prone in listening to what you have to offer. They are more prone on asking questions and asking, what do you solve? How does this help me? What's my return on investment? How long can I see the results kick in? These are something that are very important to answer for these legacy corporations, because now you're giving them the space to consider your option of results or solutions. Now, the last one of a legacy corporation, they are driven by a clear vision. They have purpose, they have values, and a strong voice and message. A legacy corporation is long term. They've done the work, the foundation, the fundamentals, the essentials. They are here with a strong presence in their niche, in their industry, and they are actively pursuing that day by day. So even if maybe they have a clear vision, they have a clear voice, but they don't have a clear brand value, they don't have a clear path of where they want to go to next with their business, maybe that's where your solution or offers can actually create abundance for them in understanding that outcome for them. So that's why I love legacy corporations, because the three things that I listed, if you can plug your offer in somewhere, if you can plug your service, plug your community in that space for them to get these results, then they are more likely going to buy from you rather than the side hustle who's always just thinking about all the money that they're spending, all the money that's going in, all the time that's going in, the work they have to do, and then their family, and then this and then that. It's just really a lot of work that to get a side hustler on the same side as you when it comes to your product, when it comes to your business, when it comes to your offer, and when it comes to your services. Now, you're probably seeing the benefit of focusing on a legacy corporation. You're probably seeing the benefit and seeing that it has stability and growth. You see, when you focus on a legacy corporation, they are always going to grow because it is a long-term business. They are going to be growing, which means their needs are still going to be met. I love to partner with legacy corporations because they are not going to just forget about you and move on. If your service, product, community is revolving, they will have you in their timeline. They will have you in their contacts long term because they are eagerly and actively applying themselves, and their path is expanding and expanding every day because they are scaling and dedicated towards their business. They also have aligned values. So these clients share your visions, they share your values, and many collaborate with, again, the people that they are partnering with. They love to just go back to what's known, because when you're in a business and you are evolving and expanding, so many things are changing, but at least you have a grounding factor knowing that I can go back to this person and get this service to apply themselves in this aspect of my business and get the results. I know this will happen because it happened before and it can happen again. So we want to give them that reassurance that we're here for the long term, we're here for their growth, and their growth is our success, right? Now, the last thing why you want to focus on legacy corporations is working with legacy corporations fosters a lifestyle of success and lasting impact. Just like I said before, it is just ongoing success. It is just ongoing lucrativity. You and your partnership with this person is so needed and required for their success, which is why we are here making sure that we're applying ourselves and enhancing ourselves in many different ways. 3 differentiations when it comes to a side hustle and when it comes to a legacy corporation. So vision and purpose, a side hustle and a legacy corporation both have a vision and purpose, okay? The difference is side hustles often lack a clear long-term vision or purpose. So they may have one, but it's actually more short-term, and they are not going to be too eager to sign or work with clients that can solve or elevate their business, because they're not thinking this can change their life. They're not thinking this can create a lifestyle of success. They're thinking this thing that I have is going to make X amount of dollars. They have a limitation. So if you have a service and you know this service, you know this community, this offer can really amplify and change and enhance a side hustle, go for it. However, if you are only focused on working with people and not fighting with people or convincing people to get to their next best phase, then you're going to want to focus on a legacy corporation. They have vision and purpose. They have a well-defined vision and purpose that drives their actions and decisions. Now, sometimes they may not always be organized. Not everyone has that gift of organization of their ideas and thoughts, but they do have ideas, thoughts, they do have actions they want to take. And if you have a service or a product that can solve that, then definitely tune into a legacy connection. One thing about me is I love corporations, legacy corporations, because they sometimes don't get it, but they know they don't get it, and they know they need your specialty, and they know they need your expertise, they know they need your gift, and they're just ready to pay and commit and solve that problem. And that's what I love about them. So the difference now, again, for commitment level, side hustles are temporary and often insignificant, often inconsistent in their efforts. I had a lot of side hustle businesses before that would fall through on what they need to do. They wouldn't do their homework. They get caught up, lost, set back, and they let their emotions and their current circumstances create the choices and outcomes that they're making in the moment, which is why I do not recommend working with a side hustle. I recommend working with someone who is consistent and dedicated to long-term goals and daily commitment, just like a legacy corporation. Now, you're probably thinking, but Golden, I met so much side hustles and probably met one corporation out of the side hustles. And that is what's going to make you get into a phase of abundance faster, because you're focusing on outcomes and success and solutions. Yes, it's going to be slow at first. It's going to take its time. But when you can have testimonials, reviews of people who are actively pursuing in their industry, who are actively in their own timeline of success, and they can now thank you for whatever results, whatever service, whatever community you plug them into, that's a case study. That's a very powerful case study. And I definitely recommend starting to create case studies for your business, because this is where the proof in the pudding lies. A lot of side hustle businesses, they take from other people's accomplishments and then they say that's theirs too. It's not true. That is total advertisement, false advertising. It's total fraud. It's a total scam. A lot of side hustles don't know it, but they're not even aware that they are scamming other people, using other people's success and saying that's their success and this is how you can get that success too. A lot of side hustles do this. And that's why they don't even want to step into that purpose of vision and long term, because ultimately what they're doing is not authentic. It's not genuine. It's not real. Right? So we want to stay aware of those things. Now, the difference is side hustles needs convincing to overcome their limiting beliefs. Legacy corporations are already dedicated and need solutions, not convincing. That's why we want to focus on legacy corporations, okay? So now that we know who we want to focus more on, let's talk about what their habits look like. I have been on countless calls with legacy corporations, and to understand their needs, I'm going to share with you. So be sure you have your notebook to take notes. Number one, they set daily goals. If not, then that's just something maybe you can offer in your service or program. So they set daily goals. The second one they do is consistent networking. They're always out there trying to network with people. The third one is continuous learning. Continuous learning, they invest time in learning new skills and staying updated with the industry trends. These are three powerful things that legacy corporations do to create progress. Maybe you meet someone and you notice they're not doing this, right? Maybe you meet someone and they are not engaging with other change makers in their industry. They're not engaging with the professionals in their industry. Maybe you're a PR agency, right? Maybe you're a networking agency. Then this is something that you could plug them more into and solve their problem. Goal setting, daily goal setting. Maybe you're a website and it probably may not make sense, but if someone you're working with who requires a website isn't setting goals for their daily actions, they are not going to be able to drive traffic to their website in order to hit those profits, in order to hit those goals that they have. So it's all about creating a lifestyle for them with the service that you're offering, with the community that you have, with the product that you have. These are three things on how you can start to shift and create a more luxury experience on top of the offers that you have. Being aware of this is going to make you curate an offer that is more personalized and ultimately has them extremely successful with what you have to offer them. So let's talk about next steps. I want you to identify your ideal client. I want you to create a detailed profile of your dream client, focusing on legacy corporations, not side hustles. The next one I want you to do is audit your content. Make sure that you are reviewing your current content and marketing strategies. Shift your focus to attract legacy connections. Now, I don't want you to be talking directly to side hustles, because a lot of the times I used to do this myself, where you're making reels, you're making content, and you're specifically talking to the side hustles because You went on a call with them, you know how they talk, you were in the DMs with them, you're trying to convince them, and now your mind is like, I need to convince these people to level up and to get to a level where I know my service, my offer, my community can really help them scale. We don't want to do that no more. We want to talk to the legacy corporations, and that's how we're going to do it, through their micro habits. Make more content around daily goal setting. People who want to do better want to learn how to set goals. People who want to do better want to learn how to organize something. Maybe you do something specifically in your offer. Teach them about that, how they can use it to organize, how they can use it to reach their goals. Another habit or content creation strategy that you can do is networking. Teach them how to network. Teach them little things in the captions or in your carousels about networking, the power of networking, and why relationships are so much more important than money, right? We need to make sure that legacy corporations are setting themselves up for success. Another idea for content strategy is continuous learning. Teach them about what you do. Teach them about why they need it in their life. Teach them about why they need to come to you about it, because they invest time in learning. They invest time in learning new skills and staying ahead of the industry. So this is how you can really stay ahead and talk to your legacy-minded clients. So let's get a takeaway now. I'm so happy you came this far. Just understand that you are doing phenomenal work. I am extremely proud that you are here right now listening to this training, because this is really going to set you apart from the rest, from the pack, and also take back your time from talking to the wrong people. You're going to start to notice how your life is getting more easier. Your life is getting more flow. Your life just seems to figure out. When you tune yourself into a timeline of success and knowing exactly what to do, that's when you get lucky. So I want to introduce you a course that I have. It's called The Art and Science of Luck. Luck is labor under correct knowledge. The fact that you are here today is that you are learning correct knowledge and knowing exactly what kind of labor to do to get there. Now, if you want to get more information on this, and if you want to tune into this course, I definitely suggest you to reach out to Concierge to check into that next course and really get the results that you're looking for when it comes to building your legacy brand online. So let's get back to this. I want you to take away 3 things today. Understand the difference. Recognize the key differences between a side hustle and a legacy corporation. 2, focus on legacy clients. Learn why it's beneficial to have these clients. Learn more about them. Learn what they need. Learn what they are looking for. Learn how you can fit into their world for solutions and success. I thoroughly believe that if you have an offer, if you have a product or service, you can fit into their life. It doesn't matter who it is, your product is needed for them. The 3rd, creating long-term success. Develop habits and strategies for your own self. What does your own habits of creating a legacy corporation looks like? Start to curate a routine, start to curate a lifestyle that allows you to embody the success you are now working towards. Align with the needs of legacy and unplug from side hustles, and start to be aware of the limitations that you have in your life. Start to be aware of the limitations that you put on yourself. And when you see or hear a side hustle, I want you to ask yourself, do I think like this too? Have I done this before? Because once you are aware of where you were before and where you are now, you know exactly why you should just leave that there and continue on with your journey, because everyone's on their own journey. Everyone needs a nugget to shift into their next best phase, and sometimes it takes longer than others. And if you want to save your time, if you want to invest your time and continue on expanding and not convincing, then this is a great strategy to do for you. Thank you for tuning into this training today. It is so powerful, and I know it's going to give you some great insight and micro strategies on how to implement yourself and move forward when it comes to applying yourself and connecting with your ideal audience. Now, I invite you to continue doing the work, to be more aware of what your needs are and your wants, and to advocate for them. So if anything has come up in this training and you want more support and guidance, I definitely recommend you to reach out to our concierge and ask for help. You need to start advocating for yourself the same way a legacy corporation does too. We seek solutions and results here. So if you find yourself in a little corner, not knowing what to do next, definitely reach out. It's okay. We are here to support you for your success. And for those who are getting this and really loving the content that they're getting and it's really guiding them towards getting in touch with their ideal clients, I would love to hear from you. Definitely reach out to me, support@houseofgold.com, and we would love to hear your testimonial or review on how this course has helped you quantum leap into an abundant phase. So with that being said, I am so glad you're here. You are in such a powerful place being a part of this community, and I see nothing but the best happen to you after this course. From here on out, I want you to claim you are a deliberate creator. I want you to claim unshakable confidence in applying yourself and getting to that ideal audience and getting to where you want to be in your life. So with that being said, you have yourself a beautiful day. Remember, here at House of Gold, you are top priority and your growth is our success.